Hello, and welcome to a viewer-submitted Sudoku. This one is submitted by Walking Writer. We saw their puzzle when I was on vacation. It was the Palindrome Sudoku. And today we have Inchworm by Walking Writer. What he was telling me was that you could view these thermos as kind of inchworms inching along the Sudoku here. So normal Sudoku rules do apply. Digits separated by an x or 5 sum to 10 or 5, respectively. So digits separated by an x sum to 10, right? X is the Roman numeral for 10, and v is the Roman numeral for 5, so these two will sum to 5. Not all x's, or sorry, digits separated, I skipped ahead. Digits separated by a black dot have a 2 to 1 ratio. So here, these two have a 2 to 1 ratio. That means one will be twice the value of the other. 1, 2, 2, 4, 4, 8, or 3, 6, where 5, 7, and 9 will never be on a black dot because 5, 7, and 9, when multiplied or divided by 2, do not yield normal Sudoku digits. Then we can get to the rule where not all x's, v's, or black dots are shown. So just because there is no x here doesn't mean these two can't sum to 10. Just because there is no v here doesn't mean these two can't sum to 5. And just because there is no black dot here doesn't mean one can't be twice the value of the other. Then, for our actual inchworms of the inchworm Sudoku, we have the thermometers, where digits increase along a thermometer from the bulb end. So as we move from the bulb to the tip, which is the nub at the end, I guess the head of the inchworm to the tail, or thorax. I don't know. I don't know the bug terminology. Someone could tell me. But as we move along the inchworm here, the digits must increase. That means this digit will be greater than this digit will be greater than this digit, up the thermometer for each of the thermometers. Then, a number outside the grid shows the sum of the digits sandwiched between the 1 and the 9 in that row or column. So in this case, 27 tells us that between the 1 and the 9, let's say 1 went here, 9 went here, that would tell us that these two digits must sum to 27. If 1 was here and 9 was here, these 5 digits would have to sum to 17. And then finally, we have something interesting. And I have to make sure I remember this because it is that adjacent digits in row 5, column 5, and in all the thermos cannot be consecutive. So, what does that mean? Well, um, consecutive just means that they follow one after the other. In this case, they have a difference of one. So, you know, just look one above or one below. So for one, there is no one below, but there is a one above. That's 2. For 2, it's 1 and 3. For 3, it's 2 and 4. So on and so forth up the line. If I place a 3 here, the digits that are consecutive to 3 are 4 and 5. What that means is neither 4 or 5 can be next to 3 in this direction in the row, because this is row 5. They can't exist in this direction in the column, because this is column 5. And if we had 3 here, did I say 4 and 5? Sorry, 2 and 4. That would mean that this couldn't be 2, 3, 4. This would have to be like 1, 3, and then at least 5 here. Hopefully with that little confusion that I said there, it all made sense. Those are the rules. Let's just jump right into it. All right. So, where in the heck do we want to start? 3 black dots in a row is generally useful information, so are pretty large sandwich clues. So let's look at the black dots first, because we can pretty much pencil mark all the options. 1, 2, 4 is an option. 1, 2, 4 is an option. Oops. And also 2, 4, 8, and 2, 4, 8. V will contain, actually, if the V contains a 2, the 2 would have to go here, and if the V contains a 4, the 4 has to go here. So I think this has to be 2, 4 like this, 1, 3 like that. Oh, and that doesn't work. It can't be 4, 1, because if it is 4, 1, then this would have to be 2, but 2 requires 1 and 4, but the 1 is here, which means I think it has to be 3, 2. This has to be 4, which means this is 2, 8. Assuming that logic all actually stands. The sandwich clues, given the fact that they can't be consecutive, is interesting. See, that was like that was super obvious to me there, but uh, now I just don't know where to go. All right, let's look at the 27, because in a row of a Sudoku, we'll have the digits in a normal Sudoku, we'll have the digits 1 to 9 once each. Those sum to 45. However, with these sandwich clues, the 27 and the 17, we can't actually sum up to 45 because 1 and 9 are being used as the buns for the sandwich. What that means is that the maximum sum is 10 less than 45, 1 and 9, so it must be 35. To get to 27 from 35, we need 8, which means we need to make up 8 outside of the sandwich sum. And the fact of the matter is that 1 and 9 on thermometers. So I guess, sorry. First things first is how do we make 8 outside of the thermometer? Well, we can either use one digit, 8. We can use two digits, 1, well, 1, 3, 4, 1, 2, 5. Um, but that's not going to work because we use, sorry, two digits. Sorry, give me a second. 8 in one digit is 8. 8 in two digits is 1 6, which won't work because of the 1. 2, 2 6, sorry, 1 7. Wow, I'm really struggling with math. I, all right. I know that this is 1 9. All right, let's start with that. I know this because we can't make 8 in 3 digits because all the possible ways, the two possible ways to make 8 in 3 digits require 1, and we can't use 1 as part of our sum. If we try to do 8 in one digit, then the 1 9, one of the 1 9 would have to exist on the middle cell of the thermometer. But I know something about 1 and 9 on thermometers. 1 and 9 on thermometers can cause problems because 1 on a thermometer must go in the bulb of the thermometer. If it doesn't, then you'd have to have a digit less than 1 to satisfy the thermometer rules. In the same vein, if you have 9 not at the tip of the thermometer, you'd have to have a digit greater than 9. In normal Sudoku rules, that doesn't work. So the 1 and 9 need to be displaced off of the thermometers. The best spacing you can do is a 2 spacing, which means that this is either 2 6 specifically in this order, 6 2, or it is 3 5 in either order, where 1 7 doesn't work because of the 1 9 pair. Wow. I knew what I needed to do. I had it pencil marked. It was in my head, but I couldn't, like, for some reason, I couldn't vocalize it. Anyways, in the same way, 17, 17, so 17 normally you can make in two digits, 8, 9. But, but, in this case, we can't use 9, which means the best we can do is 8, 7. Well, 8, 7, 1 wouldn't work either. So it'd have to be like 8, 6, 2. What that means for us is, once again, this will be 1 9. You need at least 3 digits, and you can't use more than 3 digits because then one of 1 9 would appear on the thermometer in essentially a bad cell. So 17 here in these digits. Trying to think of the combination. 17 and 3 digits. I can't think of like one solid combination that it would have to be. Maybe that's the problem. Maybe I'm overlooking that. Hmm. See, this V could even be 2, 3. This would be 5. This would be 3. And it would be fine. 17. Yeah, I'm not sure. This is 1, 4. This would have to be 3, 6. If it was 2, 3, it would have to be 4, 8. So it seems like we have only two options. If it's 2, 3, we'll center pencil mark that. If it's 2, 3, then it must be 4, 8. Because it can't be 3, 6, it can't be 1, 2, it can't be 2, 4. If it's 1, 4, which I should do my corner marking thing that I do, if it's 1, 4, it can't be 1, 2, it can't be 2, 4, it can't be 4, 8, which means it must be 3, 6, and we specifically know the order 6, 3. What that means is this can never be 3 because in one version, the center pencil mark version, the 3 exists and points to here. And in the corner pencil mark version, the 3 exists and points to here. So that means this cannot be 5. Also, neither of these can be 4, though I don't know. Oh, wait. Along the thermometer, digits may not be consecutive, which just instantly tells us this can't be 2, because if it was 2, the only digit less than 2 is 1, which means it has to be 5. This has to be 3. It has to be 3, which means theoretically I can just pencil mark this, so let's do it. 2, 4, 6, 7, 8. And that is 23, 27, so we're set. That doesn't help me here on the 17. 8, 3, 6. If this is 3, 6, this has to be 1, 9 because it can't be 2, 8, can't be 3, 7, can't be 4, 6. If this is 4, 8, it still can't be 4, 6, it can't be 2, 8, but it could be 3, 7. And it could still be 1, 9. So this always has the option to be 1, 9 and 3, 7, and we'll just do it, we'll pencil mark it like that because I guess we know if it's 6, then 3 eliminates the option. Oh, 3, what's less than 3? Sorry. 2 and 1 can't be consecutive. This must be 1, which makes this 9. This 9 makes this 1, tells us this can't be 2, and actually this can't be 8. Again, making sure we're remembering our consecutive rule, because I have a feeling that's going to be forgotten a few times throughout. This can never be 4. It can be 4 anyways. It can never be 3 It can't be 1, it has to be 2. And if it has to be 2, it means that it is 1, 4. Whoops. It is 1, 4. If it's 1, 4, it tells us that this has to be 6, 3, which tells us that this has to be 1, 9. Look at that. 2, 8, 4 tells us that this is 2, 4, 8, which means that this is 5, 7. And we know the order thanks to the 5. This must be 8 or 9. This must be 8 or 9. 1, 2. You can never have 1 on here thanks to the 1, 9. If it's 2, 2, 4. Otherwise 4, 8. Otherwise 3, 6. If this is 1, then this would have to be 9, and that would leave us with what? 3, 6. 3, 6. 8. How would you build out the thermometer? Let me double check. If this is 1, this would be 9. We're still missing 3 and 6. 3, 6. This has to be at least 8. 9. So this cannot be 1. It must be 9. This is 1. 1, 3, 6. 1, 3. Oh, but we already said 6 doesn't work. Oh, no. Yeah, it doesn't work. 6, 8, 9. It's way too high. So it has to be 1, 3 with 6 here. One by Sudoku goes here. 6 can't go here. What are you missing still? 5, 6. 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, no. 5, 6, 7, 9. Sorry. 5, 6, 7, 9. This can't be 6. This can't be 9. 1, 1, 9, 9, 1. This can't be 9. 2, 4, 8, 5, 7. All right. 7. This can't be 9. So the best this can be is 8. If this is 8, this has to be at most 6. It can't be 6, so it would have to be 5. So I think actually it has to be 8, 5 because this can't be any lower because then it would be consecutive here, which 5 gives us 5 here. Let's actually pull 5 out of here. 6, 7, 9, 2, 4. 2, 4. 2, 4, 7. 2, 4, 7. 3, 5 means we've pulled out 8. Well, 8 from what? Sorry. 17 to 35 is 18. We've already used 8, which means we need to take 10 in 2 digits. It's either 2, 8, which wouldn't work, or 4, 6, which does work. So it has to be 4, 6. This can't be 4, 6. So this is 2, 7, 8. 2, 7, 8, which I think, wait, did I do that math wrong before? 8, 7. I think I said 8, 7, 1, and I said 8, 6, 2. I don't know what I was doing. Anyways, 7 and 8 can't be next to each other. That means neither of them can be in the center. This must be 2. This must be 7, 8. Oh, and with the 9, it tells us this is 7, this is 8. 2 gets pulled out of all of these. These can't be 7, 8. 4, 6 gives us 7 here, 8 here. 8 gives us 9, 9 gives us 8. 4 gives us 1, 4. This can be at most 2. It has to be 2 because it can't be 1. This needs to be at least 8. It can be 8 or 9. 9. What are you missing? 1, 1, 3, 1, 9. 1, 9, and then 3, 5. I don't see an order, but that's fine. 2 7, 6, 6, 4, 6, sorry. 6, 4, 6, 4, 7, 2, 4, 9, 8 are even digits. 2, 4. So this is 3, 5, and 7. 3, 5, 7. This is 3, 5, and 9. Can never be 1, 9. Any of the low digits have to go here. So this is 2, 3. Oh, it can't be 2 because of the 8. So it's either 3 or 4. If it's 3, it's 7. If it's 4, it's 6. That gives us a 6, 7 pair. 1 must go here then in the column. 5, I don't know. And then 8, we do know. 5, 8. 4, 6, 8. 8, 4, 6. Oh, 4 is too close to 3. 6, 4. Oh, we're still missing 3 and 7. Only 3 can appear on the black dot. So this is 3, this is 7. This is 6. 6 gives us 7. 7 gives us 3. 3, 7, 6. 6, 7, 9. 7, 9, 7. 8, 2, 8. Yeah, it's just some Sudoku. It's just some Sudoku. 8. This is 8. 3, 5. We're still missing 4 and 6, actually. 6, 4. 4, 2, 4. 2, 4, 3, 5. 5, 7. 7, 5. 5, 9, 3, 7. That gives us our 3, 5 pair. From the column, it is 5 and 6. 6, 5. From the box, we're missing 2, 4, and 9. And then finally, to finish this off, we need a 2 here. We need 7, 9. And we're still missing 3 and 5. And we are done in 18 minutes and 33 seconds with Inchworm by Walking Writer. Could have been a little bit faster if I knew how to actually speak earlier. But yeah, this was very. I'm glad I remembered to consider consecutives because I think this would have been a lot tougher of a Sudoku if I had forgotten that rule. It's very well put together. Thank you very much for sending this to me. And yeah, I won't, as I say, I won't keep rambling on. I hope you enjoyed, and thank you for watching.